Yo. So, this is episode 2 of In the Basement. This is actually the second take of this episode because stuff just been going on, y'all. I'm gonna just be honest. And then also it seems like every time I shoot my episodes, it's either late in the morning, early hours in the morning, and I'm doing laundry. So, yeah. But I actually sat down with formerly Slasher Beats, now known as Mark G. We talked about 2 weeks notice. And the backstory behind it was I gave my job my 2 weeks notice. I'm tired of being nickel and dimed. But what happened was school shootings, supermarket shootings. It put a hold. And I know it put a hold on not only what I have doing, because I don't even think this is, but I just think that it's time for a change. And I think that the first take I wasn't as adamant about how I feel about the change that needs to be. But nevertheless, it was a great conversation with Mark. We talked about getting God back into everything we do, putting God back in the middle of everything we do, whether it's producing beats, whether it's making music, whether it's walking down the street, talking to your neighbor. We talked about getting God back in there, and so here's a clip on that. Honing in on our music of today, how do you think the culture of our music influences things like mass shooting, negativity, just all the negative things that's been going on in the world? Because I know you just made this big change of your music, so let's get into that.
Honestly, just in life, like outside of music, there's an absence of God in a lot of stuff. Like, and I understand like certain people position and they don't like going to church, blah, 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 I get it. But it's like, God is the reason why sometimes, like, when you go through stuff, like, you could really keep it together. Like, some people can't keep it together without God, you feel me? And then when they don't have God in their life, they experience, like, depression, anxiety on a whole different level than somebody who might have, you feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, as far as the music, I feel like anything negative has a negative effect in general.
How do you think music moves people on a spiritual level?
I would say the music you listen to oftentimes says a lot about who you are. Now, I'm not saying just because you listen to, I don't know, Young Boy, you finna pick up a Glock and shoot somebody. Like, no.
You go with the
you
Young
feel what
Boy
I'm saying?
slander.
I'm just saying, like, I'm being serious. Like, I'm not saying, like, that's gonna happen.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, like, the music you listen to can affect you, like, differently. Like, me listening to the same thing you listening to might not affect me the same way, but it really is on, like, even like on a spiritual level, it will affect you in some way. You just don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people aren't aware of it. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to like a lot of different stuff, and now looking back, and I didn't stop completely. I see how it changed me, and I never realized it until I like took a look at myself, and I was like, dang, where'd that come from?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially being raised the way I was. So it's crazy.
How do you put God into music and stay cool?
Stay cool. Your delivery, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really about just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people feel like when they get into talking about God, it's lame. You gotta be like other people present it, but it's really all about like your story with God. Like, and that's what God is all about anyway, your personal relationship. So it's really about just how you come about, like your delivery, what you say, how you say it, things of that nature. It's the same thing with regular hip hop music, really.
Right. We coming back in the middle of a war outside. And I'm not only talking about my dogs that's barking outside, because they having a dog bark war. I don't know if y'all can hear that. But there is literally a war that's outside. It is the war on the youth. And that needs a 2 weeks notice too. I'm giving 2 weeks notice to that too, because the youth, we have failed them. And when I say we, the people that's older than the 2000 babies. Man, I was put in a situation at this party where it wasn't even a big deal, but kids just start running, and I'm just trying to calm them. Like, just calm down, just calm down. And the fear that they had was leading them to react way past what needed to be. So that definitely needs a 2 weeks notice, because, man, it's time to encourage the youth to get this fear out of them. Like, they fearful, they scared to die, and you can't blame them, you know. They losing brothers, sisters, cousins, everyday best friends, people that they grow up with, people that they played on a playground with, 14 years old, 15 years old, no age limit. Kids these days, they know what death is. Literally. Back to the school shooting. One of the students, he's 11 years old, he said he cannot, like, he knows he doesn't want to return back to school. Another child, she trenched herself in blood of her classmate. She went into survival mode so she can survive. No child should have to go through that. Just to be traumatized that early on. So we can't blame them for being fearful, but also we got to take responsibility to get the fear out of them, because I feel like them being fearful is what's making them react with violence, guns, shooting. And so it's time for a change. The adults, the big dogs, that's really who I want to, because parents, hey, hats off to parents. You know what I'm saying? Parents do the best they can. I know my mama, she raised 5 kids. And I, it's no secret, I lost a brother. He was killed. So that's a walk that I don't wish anyone have to take in their life, but it's 2022 and we are here. But the big dogs, come on, man. Like, what y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the title, but y'all don't want the responsibility. The title but no responsibility. These kids don't know better, and nobody is telling them better. But y'all telling them to go do the bad stuff, go do that, encouraging it. But y'all not, like, come on, man. Come on. Another thing that I say needs a 2 weeks notice. Black businesses, it's time to rise up. The black community, the money of the black community leaves the black community in 6 hours. 6 hours. Other communities, other races, they money stay in their community, some for up to 21 days. That is absurd. I was like mad at myself when I found this out. Like, I've been pondering on this for the whole week. Like, wow. And people might be like, well, why that matter? It matter because if we not even having our dollar, how can we expect other people's dollars to build up our community when we not using our own dollars to build up our community? I make $100 today, and in 6 hours I'm giving my $100 not to the black community, not to the little boy, little girl that's selling lemonade to get books or something like that. I'm giving my money to Gucci or something like that. Like, no, that's the only way we'll be able to flourish, to build up our communities, to give kids enrichment programs, to give them different opportunities, to spark different things in our black communities, to take our black communities back, and it's not about, because a lot of people want to put race, this race better than this race. No, that's not what I'm saying, but we have to be responsible for the growth of our races. We have to be responsible for the growth of our races, for our communities, what I meant. We got to be responsible for it. We can't put it all in the government hands. We can't put it in our board hands. We got to put it in our hands. We got to do it. So black businesses, come on, man. It's time. It's time. And it's hard too. You know, it's easier said than done, but the first step is trying. The first step is putting the first foot forward. All week I've been trying to like buy black, and it's you can't buy black when there's a lack. And I am not trying to rhyme. You know, it's serious. This serious. So yeah, we need more black businesses. More black businesses. Third thing, I'm tired of the idolizing. That definitely needs a 2 weeks notice. Like, we worshiping, not even we, because I don't know. We worshiping everything but God. We in a state to where kids are dying, people are dying, they getting gun violence is at an all-time high. It's ridiculous. And so just in my environment, I've noticed this trend. For example, I could just use personal experience. My little brother, he was killed. It's been 2 years. May 13th made 2 years. And now people are in the name of Trent. 513 Trent living. What? People don't even say Jesus rose for Easter. You get what I'm saying? But in the name of Trent, in the name of yada yada yada, in the name of yada yada yada. You know, and it's getting to the point where it's crazy because it's influencing more violence. The this and the dead, that all of that idolizing is leading to that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Blackman for sure. I'm tired of that. You know, Trent was Trent. He was my little brother. I love him. Like, I can't even explain the love that I have, and I miss him every single day. It's not a day that I don't think about him, but I don't worship him. You know, I don't worship him. I don't idolize him. It's not in the name of Trent. You know, it's in the name of Jesus, not in the name of Trent. So that's just something to think about. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. And I'm not fussing at all. I'm just passionate about this. I really care about these 2,000 babies, bro. Like, I care about them so much. And we losing them. We losing them. We are losing them quick. We losing them too quick. And man, we gotta step up. We gotta step up. We gotta step up for sure. We gotta do this thing together. We gotta find new ways. We gotta keep pushing them. Keep pushing ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? Everything done changed. The world done changed. We done progressed. We got technology. We got everything. But our mindset, we impoverish. Poverty is a mindset, you know? And everything that's keeping us in the impoverished mindset, idolizing. The lack of growing our communities. The lack of understanding. And that's some of the things me and Slasher talked about. And he also just talked about his transition because he's very passionate about standing on, like, he don't want to influence it. He don't want to just give the opportunity, like, no, this and on the dead, no, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't think you should do that. So he's standing on it now, and I respect him 100% because it's bold. It takes boldness to do what he's doing. And so I thank God for his life. I'm just humbled to know him. And I know there's more people out there that won't stand up too. A lot of people tired of this. Man, I get so tired of hearing shoot, do, boop, boop. Oh, man, so much stuff going on with this music stuff. And I think people don't understand that it is more than what we could see. It is more than what we could see. It is more than what we could see. And so you got to have understanding and knowledge. Big dogs, come on, man. Y'all got to start putting in some more work. Y'all big dogs probably ain't tell y'all right. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I need to call out y'all big dogs, you know? But we could do this together. I ain't calling out myself too, you know? I done misled some people. It's things that I used to do that I know led Trent to do some of the things he did, you know? But when you know better, you do better. And so that's why each one, reach one, teach one. However the saying go. So we could do this together, y'all. We in the basement. The dogs going crazy out there. They at war. We at war in America. But we don't have to be at war within our community. We don't have to be at war with each other, you know? We could do it. We could do it. So, this your girl, the one and only, Tight. I'm checking out.
The thrill of being real comes with a cost. Painting a picture about the way I was living. Masterpiece in the making, I'm finished with all my scribbling. The loan on my soul, my spirit, paid the interest. Got rid of my tunnel vision, alleviated some tensions.